Darcy and Gran don't like babies. Darcy didn't like the baby. She didn't like his smell, and she didn't like his looks. When someone asked her how she liked the baby, she told them. Pretty soon, no one asked. But that didn't stop Darcy. I don't like the baby, Darcy told her mother. But the baby is just like you were a long time ago, Darcy's mother said. Darcy didn't care about a long time ago. I don't like the baby, Darcy told her father. You'll like him better later on when he can do more things, Darcy's father said. Darcy didn't care about later. I don't like the baby, Darcy told the doctor. You're not supposed to, said the doctor. I don't like the baby, Darcy told the neighbor. Of course you do, the neighbor said. I don't like the baby, Darcy told Gran. Me neither, said Darcy's Gran. I never did like babies. What do you not like about them, Gran? Asked Darcy. I don't like much like their smell, and I don't like their much like their looks, said Gran. And I don't like all the work they make for everyone, and besides, they get way far too much attention. Darcy had nothing to say. Want to go to the park, Darcy? Gran asked. There will be a lot of babies at the park, Darcy warned. They won't be on the big swings, Gran said. They won't be on the tall slide, Darcy agreed. They won't be on the teeter-totter, Gran pointed out. They won't be on the jungle gym, Darcy remembered. They won't be in our way, said Gran. Let's go. Darcy and Gran put on their coats and their walking shoes. Gran put their gloves and hats in her backpack in case the weather turned. Off they marched to the playground. Gran walked fast, so did Darcy. Gran looked straight ahead, so did Darcy. Gran breathed deeply, so did Darcy. When they got to the park, they saw a lot of other people and a lot of babies. The babies were in buggies, the babies were in strollers, the babies were in backpacks and front packs, the babies were in mother's arms, the babies were in father's laps. Some of the bigger babies were in the sandbox eating sand. But not one baby was on the big swings. But not one baby was on the tall slide. Not one baby was on the teeter-totter. Not one baby was on the jungle gym. Not one baby was in any place Darcy wanted to be. Babies are all over the place, grumbled Gran. But that's okay, Gran, Darcy said. They can't do anything we want to do. That's one thing I like about babies. Darcy and Gran swung on the big swings and slid down the tall slide. They rode the teeter-totter and climbed to the top of the jungle gym. When the weather turned, they put on their gloves and hats and started home. Mom says the baby is just like I was, Darcy said. Gran thought, I believe that's true, she said. Dad says I'll like the baby later on, Darcy said. Gran thought, I believe that's true too, she said. The doctor says I'm not supposed to like the baby, Darcy said. Gran thought, I believe the doctor means it's okay if you don't, she said. Our neighbor says I do like the baby, Darcy said. Gran thought, I believe your neighbor means deep down, she said. Do you think all those things they say are right? Darcy asked. I believe I do, said Gran. But what about you, Gran? What about me, Darcy? Are you going to like the baby better later on? I believe I will, said Gran. And is it okay if you don't like the baby now? I believe that I will have to be, Gran said. She smiled. And deep down, do you like the baby, Gran? I believe I might, allowed Gran. But you don't think that the baby is like you were when you were a baby, do you, Gran? Oh, yes, Darcy, Gran laughed. I believe he is.